So good afternoon. Welcome to this important session between AIM and project delivery. I did very much want to attend the session, but unfortunately my schedule didn't permit it. I believe these sessions are very important and add a lot of value, because I think it provides us with an opportunity to increase the communication between AIM and project delivery. It also just gives us an opportunity to get to know each other better, which I think is very important. And it also really helps us kind of develop, some common ideas and common understanding of the processes and the way that the two teams will work better together. So I think these are important, and thank all of you for attending. So it's been quite a journey since 2015, when the project delivery organizations combined, the three of them combined into one, and we started working between project delivery and AIM on the development of our new practices. And I just wanted to acknowledge that I realize that it has been a lot of change, and I just wanted to thank everyone for their support in making the changes, being flexible, and the adoption of the new practices. So thank you. I really wanted to just touch on 2 points this morning, and the one is on practices, and the second one is on kind of the one team that I believe we are. So first, in terms of the practices, I'm hoping today that sessions like this will really help AIM and project delivery better understand the practices, and I understand we're going to talk about some of the details of the practices, really better understand the interfaces between our groups, and some of the specific procedures around the handoff from AIM to project delivery, part of the large end-to-end asset management lifecycle. Talk about the importance of AIM's continued involvement in the project after that handover, and the very important role of the initiator. And the initiator is an absolutely key role in the PPM practices and the project management practice. And so I'm hoping that we'll get a better understanding of that and the importance of that role going forward. We also need that both AIM and project delivery are looking at the PPM practice and looking at opportunities to scale the practice. And just to be clear, this is not about sitting back and criticizing the practice or saying that it's too bureaucratic. This is about actively participating in the project over the project life cycle and understanding the intent of the practice and scaling where appropriate. It is absolutely not about skipping deliverables, skipping stages of life cycle, skipping phases of the life cycle. It's all about understanding the intent of the deliverables in the deliverables checklist, and then scaling as appropriate for what's required for the project, meeting the intent and scaling it. So 2 examples that I wanted to talk about is that right now we have a pretty significant project that may have selected the wrong alternative early on in the project life cycle. As a result of that, we've spent a lot of time, a lot of resources. There's probably going to be a significant write-off associated with that, and a reputational impact to BC Hydro in terms of our reputation with First Nations, with our shareholder, and with stakeholders. And so it's an absolutely key decision that has to occur in the early parts of the life cycle around getting the right leading alternative and preferred alternative, and if you rush it too fast and you get it wrong, there's really serious consequences associated with that. The second example is that we have a lot of very small projects where there is only one alternative. Circuit breaker replacements is an example. The manufacturer doesn't manufacture them anymore, and there's really no opportunity for refurbishment of those. So in those cases, we don't want to spend a bunch of time doing non-value-added work. What we want to do is very quickly understand the intent of all of the deliverables in the life cycle and then achieve them in a scaled manner. And so I think that's important that both AIM and project delivery work closely together and really try to get better at scaling the practices going forward. The second really topic that I wanted to talk about was around one team. And I think for us to effectively implement our capital plan, both AIM and project delivery need to be aligned. We need to be working closely together over the entire project life cycle. And that's from the development of the plan initially, the handover from AIM to project delivery, throughout the delivery of the project, and then the handover at the end of the project back to the owner of the assets. And to the project managers, it's important to keep the AIM team members fully engaged over the life cycle of the project. And this is especially important if there's any change in terms of the scope, schedule, and cost. AIM understands why this project exists, why it was released, what the intent is of that, and if there's changes of scope, schedule, and cost, it's important we bring AIM into those discussions and make sure that the current scope as being recommended is the appropriate one for the project going forward. So I think both Ajay and I see AIM and project delivery as one team, and I believe that as one team we'll be much better positioned to meet the challenges of implementing our very considerable capital plan going forward in the future. So I hope you have a great session today. Thank you all, and good luck. Thanks.